Hey, good morning, everybody. Brian today. We're still in Pike County, Illinois. I did something this morning I'd never done on a hunting trip when I was away from home. Rarely, don't know if I hadn't done it a whole lot at home, but the forecast was just terrible this morning for the wind. It was dead opposite of what I needed it to be. I didn't feel like I could get anywhere where I'm trying to hunt without busting the deer. Been lucky. I've been in there 3 sits and haven't busted any deer yet, so I didn't want to mess that up. So I decided to sleep in just a little bit and then work on a few videos. I've been having a little trouble with one of my apps on my iPad, editing and getting it to my phone, getting it online. I ended up trying another app. But anyway, it's about 8 o'clock now. It's real cloudy today. Not supposed to rain till 2 or 3 o'clock. Wind is turning out of the southeast, which is perfect to get out on the point where I've been seeing all these deer go in this cornfield. So what I'm going to do is bust out here, grab a couple of sticks. I don't need to go very high, but I've only got 1 stick on that stand right now. I'm going to grab a couple of sticks, run in there and grab that stand, move it to that point and get back out of there. Get in there and hunt early and anticipate maybe the deer move before the rain. So that's the plan for today. Hang on, we're gonna move a stand right quick. I don't know, we'll probably get there and be a 200-inch deer standing in front of a stand, but I just didn't feel good about if I went in there today, I was gonna be downwind of exactly where they've been feeding. I didn't want to run the opposite way and just mess up the whole deal. So I'm in the middle of the deer, so might as well be careful with them. I got today to hunt and tomorrow too. Go hang a stand. All right, so I'm gonna just grab this stand right quick and go back and park in another spot. Make a big loop out in the field and I'll tell you what, next if I ever come back in this area with Scott and there's corn standing in these fields, this is one of the spots I'm gonna be. There's just major trails coming through here, old scrapes and rubs. It's a really good looking spot. I think it's overlooked because most times it's right on the road. Deer just come filter right across there in front of my truck, come through here. So grab this stand right quick and we're gonna go put it up in another tree. So I got my stand and a couple sticks. Instead of walking where I normally been going, where the deer are coming from, I'm gonna cut straight across the field to that big clump of trees right there, big point. That way anything that comes from over here, the way they've been traveling, even though the wind's gonna be in my favor, I just want them to walk where they may walk. So fix up these stand, 3 sticks. The wind's gonna be with it today. But it's cold and the rain's coming, so maybe deer feed. Alright, y'all, made it out and see where we've been seeing the deer. Turn around and show you a little shack I hunted out of the other mornings right there. First day we hunted, we were down in this scope of woods right here, and the deer came out right over the top of this knoll right here. Did the same thing yesterday when I was down in these big trees right here. That's where I was looking back this way. The wind is turned, it's right in our face right now. So it's gonna be this afternoon. So the deer coming from over here, I had the wind in the tail. The biggest problem I got is I got to get in one of these trees down here, but I don't want to get too high. They get right in there, one of those oaks with the leaves on it. If the deer come out early enough, which they have been, they feed up over this hill. We just got a bank on them feeding down here in the range. Kind of stand back here and see what it looks like from a deer's eyes. Oh, and the other day, the first afternoon, y'all didn't see it. I was down in these woods right here. There was a nice buck across the far field over there coming this way. If he were to come into this field, we'd be able to see him again. It was couldn't tell too much about him. It looked like he had 4 on one side, so maybe a 10-point. I think what the deer, like I said, coming from across the way up onto this high spot where they can see. And maybe just filtering right down this ridge out into the big field. We're going to take a close look, figure out a place to put this thing. Alright, y'all. I ain't the fastest at putting them things up, but when you got a lot, trim a lot of limbs and try to use the limbs for steps, it works out good. I'll be able to get about 10 feet high or so with 2 sticks with 8ers, starting out on the low side of the tree, so it stands on the other side. So, see here, I've got 1 stick, then I'm stepping to those limbs, then up to the other stick, then I get up to the top step, step over in the stand. Get out here in the field, look back at it, see what it looks like. I think the deer are gonna come right over the crest of that hill. We'll have to be really still. We can maybe see their heads before they come and just get still and get ready for a shot. Alright, y'all, this is our view. Yesterday we were back here in this scope of woods right here. All the deer came out on this hill. Show you. Now that was 2 days ago. Yesterday afternoon we were in this scope of woods right here. Deer again came out right over the top of this hill right here. But they come in here, they're gonna be right here on top of us. Could be interesting, gonna be fun if the deer move for sure. Show y'all now why this spot's so tough. If the deer come over this ridge, which is where they've been coming from, they're gonna be above me. I don't know if y'all can see there, but I'm in that. I'm in that tree with all the leaves on it. I think I'll have a good. I got a real good thick backdrop. This Kuyu camo kind of looks like old dead stuff anyway. I'm just gonna have to be really, really still sitting there. If they come over this hill, I'm about 30 yards now, so get one inside 40 yards. Gotta bring a rangefinder and have a few spots. Range when they get there, once they come over this hill, won't be able to do anything but shoot. So I'm gonna go back and go back to the hotel, get these clothes dry and sweat a little bit. Decide what I'm gonna do. This is one of the deer in the field, y'all. See that corn. Farmer turned this under, but there's still a lot of corn left. So deer eating. We're gonna try to be here when they come to eat. This may be the last afternoon. I don't know if I can stay tomorrow afternoon. It's a long ride home and then go to work on Monday, Saturday. So we need to get it done this afternoon. Deer I've seen have been between 3:30 and 4, so gotta be ready to come over the crest of this hill. Let's go get in here tight, so gotta be ready. All right, y'all. Well, good afternoon. Deer everywhere. Got to film that one group with y'all, but that's 6 or 8, and that one buck. It was a buck in there. I hadn't looked back at the video to see how good y'all could see it. Had 3 good long tines on the right side. Not very heavy. On the left side was either broken off just before we get to the G2 or just after, or either it didn't grow right. I think it's probably broken. It may be the same buck I saw the first afternoons in that same area. He ended up, none of the deer ended up coming up to the top of the field where I was like they did the last 2 days. They all stayed on that corner. Maggie, come here. But I couldn't film after it got so dark. It was at least another 15 deer came up out of that same crossing. They crossed the road down there near where I had that lock on yesterday, where I had the real low setup right on the road. That's the deer crossed within 50 yards of that, had to. And then they filtered out into the field, and they started making my way, but it was bad dark. They'd probably gotten to about 100 yards, so I had to wait till black dark so I could get out. I didn't want to spook them too much. A lot of the deer fed on to the north and went pretty close to the lock on I hunted the first afternoon. So I think in the morning we're gonna kind of hope they come back, filter. I think if they fed on to the north cornfield there, so we'll try to get in there that lock on the Scots and hunt it in the morning. Maybe catch a deer slipping back out of the cornfields going to bed. The property to the east and the south is real thick. That's where all these deer came from. I saw at least 20 deer, no, maybe 25 deer come from roughly the same spot across the road. So she's been in that box a lot today. She wants to play. But we're going to give it one. Tomorrow's the last day I can hunt a guy. I'm going to have to end up driving all night and get home. Need to be at the office Monday, and we're going to give it a shot tomorrow. I'll hunt in the morning till mid-morning till we see the deer. It may be a waste, but the wind will be pretty good. So if they're coming out of that cornfield, if they stay and feed all night, maybe I can catch them going to bed. And then I'll go and grab my lock on and try to find a spot for it. May end up getting real close to where I had it hung yesterday when I had it so low, because the wind is just, the wind's crazy. Today it was out of the southeast, 20 miles an hour. And tomorrow it's going to be out of the northwest. So it's 180 degrees different. That makes it hard to hunt these little fingers when a deer can come out anywhere. It's hard to get pinned down, get within 30, 40 yards of a deer in a 400-acre cornfield when they can enter the field from a million different directions. So anyway, wrap this one up. Appreciate y'all coming with us. Didn't hunt this morning. Went and set the other stand up. Then a good hunt this afternoon. A lot of deer. Wish I had my big camera, but y'all should be able to see them there pretty good. Maybe tomorrow we'll get a little closer to them. Hey, Maggie, come by. All right, thank y'all. Don't forget to subscribe.